Meet Kareem. He is an ambitious student who sits down every morning fully intending to conquer the world, or at least his syllabus. But 12 hours later, you'll find him staring blankly at a video game, having accomplished very little while feeling a heavy sense of regret. It is tempting to look at this cycle and blame it on laziness, but Kareem's struggle to focus is rarely about a lack of willpower or missing motivation. Motivation is a fragile tool when your physical environment is actively triggering contradictory biological programming. To achieve deep focus, you have to stop treating studying like a test of character and instead learn to hack your brain's baseline neurological defaults. Look closely at Kareem's workspace. This exact desk is where he eats his dinner, watches his favorite shows, and occasionally takes a nap. The human brain uses a mechanism called associative processing. It links specific physical locations with the exact physiological states, like hunger or tiredness, that normally occur there. This creates a chemical conflict. When Kareem sits down at his multi-purpose desk, his brain simultaneously receives commands to release sleep hormones, digestion enzymes, and focus chemicals. These overlapping signals leave the brain in a disorganized state, making concentration difficult to sustain. The solution is to designate a strict single-purpose physical space exclusively for studying. If you don't have a separate desk, even a specific spot on the floor can serve as the designated work zone. By isolating your workspace, you remove those competing biological signals. Your brain eventually learns to trigger a focus state automatically the moment you enter that specific spot. But the physical environment is only half the battle. Inside Kareem's head, he is waking up and immediately visualizing a mountain of accumulated tasks and looming deadlines. Visualizing this massive cognitive load all at once triggers the brain's flight response, inducing a physical state of anxiety and avoidance. To hide from that discomfort, his brain pushes him toward digital distractions. He picks up his smartphone to escape the perceived threat of the workload. You can bypass this avoidance mechanism by taking immediate mechanical action before your brain has the chance to assess the difficulty of the day. Initiating a task without overplanning neutralizes the biological urge to flee and prevents task paralysis from setting in. To see why digital interruptions are so costly, we have to look at the synapse, the physical gap between two neurons where memory formation actually happens. Think of new information as crumpled paper tossed between cells. To build stable memory, surrounding cells pulse and compress that paper dozens of times to smooth it out. If a smartphone notification fires, the alert jolts the system. The half-smoothed shape shatters and drops out. This interruption forces the brain to abandon the current task. Because the memory trace wasn't stabilized, the brain must reinitiate the chemical sequence from the beginning the next time you look at the page. Keeping a phone within sight or sound acts as a persistent threat to your synapses. Forging lasting memories requires you to banish the device to another room entirely. This is an engineered environment. It is a dedicated, isolated space with a clear purpose and zero digital devices. By operating within these constraints, you provide your brain with undisputed signals, allowing it to sustain maximum efficiency. This system removes the need for brute force willpower or a sudden burst of motivation. Productivity and discipline are not innate personality traits or moral virtues that you either have or you don't. Consistent academic mastery is a predictable biological reaction to a carefully designed physical and digital space. If you want to achieve deep focus, stop trying to change your personality and start redesigning the room around you.